Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more F1 2020 My Team Season 2. And today we are heading on into the Hungarian Grand Prix. First we have to get a sponsorship renewal, so let's manage our sponsors and see. Okay, we have to get all new sponsors, so let's take a look and see what we can get. Alright, so we are going to go for a little risky business here. So we're first off going to sign with Zanzer for at least one podium position within the team. So that is going to be signed. And then we will sign another podium, Xenon Dynamics for a podium finish. So that is our next sponsor, and one more sponsor in the form of Serene, who will offer us money for achieving and holding first position for 2 laps. I think these are doable, and I think we can make some good money off of these sponsorships. So let's get these guys signed on, and of course on our liver. All our new sponsors are on our car. I fully decked out the car in every sponsor decal position. There is one sponsor, so that is good to see. We have 1783 resource points to use. I nearly forgot to trigger something here. We will do the ECU, the fuel efficiency upgrade, a major upgrade. We will get that in rushed. Let's hope that we can get a good turnaround time there. We'll do a regular standard upgrade for that one, which is the control electronics durability. Our durability department is quite behind here. Let's head on in. I'll do the practice programs, and then I'll see you for qualifying. Practice sessions are over. Did a decent couple laps around here. Still feeling a little shaky at the Hungaroring, but I think everything should be okay. We're just gonna trigger another durability upgrade if possible. Instead, we will do a durability upgrade, the barge boards, getting the central upgrades done in the center of the aerodynamics department. So we're just going to head on straight on into the Hungaroring qualifying sessions. So let's see if I can do wonders on the track. Alright, first lap of Q1. We're coming in for our first lap. 117 something, I think. 117.5. We're gonna try one more lap. See if we can do wonders here. Alright, we're coming in for our second lap here. It's 5/10 faster. We are P13. P13 is good for now. We're gonna try one more lap here. Yeah, I scuffled the second lap. I don't even care anymore. Whatever, we're going back to the garage. Alright, Jack Aiken gets pole in Q1, and we get P15, seeing us into Q2. I gotta find some time somewhere. I don't know where I can find it, but hopefully we can pull something out of the bag in Q2, hopefully heading on into Q3. Let's go. Alright, our first lap of Q2 is cutting it close to... Oh no, it's not cutting it close, it's P15 for us. Ay. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Good exit. We're about 1/10 faster. It's not good enough. It's over. It's over. It's over. Not looking good for us as we sit P15 for the race. It's a hard track. I am struggling too much. So I think I'm going to let it slide. I think Jack is on pole. Yeah, he is. So he's moving on to Q3. I hope he gets a podium at Hungaroring. We're just going to start P15 and try to push up the field as much as we can. I think a top 10 is achievable, but I don't think a podium can be done unless a safety car comes out and things change on the track. So let's head on into the race. 35 laps in Hungary.
Welcome to Budapest once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship. Historically a good race for first victories, with Button, Hill, Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen all reaching the top step of the podium for the first time here. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaro Ring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking has always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile circuit, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. Let's hope we're in for another one here today. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Falcon. They're starting towards the back of the field today in a car that is fast, so they'll be disappointed, won't they?
They'll have a sinking feeling as they look up from the cockpit and realise they're in a different postcode to the start line for sure. But the one positive they can hold on to is that the car is quick and they can make their way through the field.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Aitken, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, and Leclerc, Vettel, Russell, Perez, and Carlos Sainz, Stroll, Gasly, Daniel Kvyat, and Norris, Falcon, Latifi, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Kevin Magnussen. Grosjean, De Vries, Ocon, and Alexander Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Alright, sounds good, and indeed it looks good because Jack is in P3. Hopefully he can fight among himself and the others up there to secure us a podium, but we start in P15, which is not all too great, but we shall see. Let's go with this one. We are going to pit lap 17, so we should be in good shape. We're dropping our fuel load to approximately 34 laps, as we always do. And I think we're ready for the Grand Prix, so let's head on in. Hopefully we can weave through the field and head into the points positions. Getting ready at the Hungarian Grand Prix. 5 red lights, and off we go. There we go. Good start from us as we get past Lando Norris and Kvyat. Gasly up ahead, performing a dive bomb just here, getting us into P7. What a dive bomb that was. Let's see if we can perform a couple more here to get more positions. Around the outside perhaps? Nah, we can't do anything there. It's a very difficult track. Personally, I've struggled so much on this track. Oh, overtaking on Vettel. Right there on that chicane. Beautiful. Alright. First lap over. Oh, we're still pushing for Bottas, who's just ahead of us. Let's hope that I can drive well enough to overtake him at some point. Oh, not doing all too well as we enter lap 6. We're getting slower and slower. I'm just so bad. So bad on this track. Trying really hard, but I'm not doing all too great. I'm not getting the braking zones right. I'm not getting any of the turns right either. So it's gonna be a P6 maintenance run here. Oh, okay. Jack is in the pits. I guess he's on softs. Yeah. So he has a 2-stop strategy going for him. I got a 1-stop. So I think I should be out of his way, because I'm pitting around lap 11, was it, I think? So I should be relatively out of his way. Alright, more people in the pits now. So let's try to overtake and try to get at least a pole position here for a moment. Ooh, let's see, Verstappen on hards. Oh, Ricciardo is still ahead. Okay, we gotta catch up on Ricciardo. Alright, more Leclerc pits, and Kvyat is right behind me now. Alright, Ricciardo is in the pits, so I should get pole position here. So I can maintain that for 2 laps for a sponsorship bonus. So let's see if, yes I do, I get pole position. So let's maintain this until my 2 laps are done. And I should pit right afterwards, I think. So it's all coming together nicely. Oh, Lando Norris is out of the session. VSC. Goodness me.
We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down, maintain a positive. Safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC end.
Alright, there we go. Waiting for green. Some good, decent amount of fuel saved from that. But Lando Norris is out of the session. Interesting. What? Exceeding track limits? Where?
Okay, clear.
Alright, here we go. Trying to push away from Kvyat again. Okay, so Lando Norris is there.
To teammate behind
Okay.
is 10.0 seconds.
Alright, let's try to push. I want to get some decent laps in. Alright, lap 11. I guess it's lap 13 when I pit, so let's get ready for that. There we go, lap 12 now. Kvyat is catching, which is bad. IV. I'm getting slower and slower in sector 2 and 3. Good turn. Come on, come on, come on, push. We're maintaining this 2-second-ish gap to Kvyat, so it's always good to see. Oh, it's all green sectors, that's good. We're still going. Lap 13.
Made by 8.4 seconds.
Yeah, that delta is dropping quick, so hurry up. This car needs to drive faster. Come on. Lap 15.
We're approaching the pit.
Okay.
You'll be on the hard.
Seems like we're going in on lap 17 perhaps? Uh-oh, Kvyat is right behind me. Trying to block him off as much as I can, slow him down. Alright, we're boxing this lap for hard compound tires, so let's go in, do our service in the pits, and then try to push for higher positions here. Because I know Ricardo, Aiken, Verstappen, Bottas are going to overtake us here. So hopefully we come out at a reasonable spot, P6. I think that's what we maintained. Another 2.4 service. Okay, it's not all too bad. Go, go, go. Vettel is right behind us, apparently. Oh god, he's right there. Alright, we gotta push now. We got a whole pack of cars behind us. Ooh, a bunch of people back in the pits. I guess they're doing the two-stop strategy. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. When they're in the pits, that means I'm going to the end of the Grand Prix on this. So they're gonna end up behind me. Oh, I gotta push. A bunch of blunders all around from those people. Oh, Bottas still needs to pit, so let's push. Cause if Bottas pits, he's gonna be behind us. Oh yes, this is looking good for us. Okay, Bottas is in the pits. We can overtake him here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Overtake, and then we will maintain a P3. It's looking good so far. Let's look at our tire wear here. Oh yeah, 10%, not much. Not even 10%. Alright, we're gonna bump up our oil or our fuel level here. Try to push. Alright. 23, we got 12 laps to go. Let's see if we can maintain this. penultimate lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix, and Jack Aitken is right on our tail with 2 seconds delta and closing in. He has the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at the moment, so he is wicked quick in his car. Right now we're in P3. We've been maintaining P3 since our pit stop and the series of pit stops by other drivers, but we're looking good. We're looking like we're going to get a podium and 4th place. Now who gets those positions is up to how well I drive and how well Jack drives. Oh no, here we go. Jack is right on my tail here. Uh-oh. He's 1 second behind me. He should not get the DRS here. Alright, we punch it. We're punching it. Rich. We're risking it for a chocolate biscuit. Oh, we can get a podium here if we're careful. Ah, Jack is right on my tail. Please don't fight it, Jack. Oh, got a better exit than Jack by the looks of it. We're going lean for a bit so that we have enough fuel to see out the rest of the race. Oh, he's right on my tail. Alright, decent exit there. Come on. Surely there's enough fuel for the end of the Grand Prix. Come on. Stay behind me, Jack. Stay behind me. This one's mine. Let me have this podium. Let me have this podium. This was a long and hard fought battle, bro. Oh, yes. Yes. Podium within sight. Yes, it is. It's mine. P3 is mine. Yes. Let's go. P3.
Nice work, you did well today. I think the boss will be happy with that one.
It's a performance to be proud of today from our Hungarian Grand Prix winners. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Well, superior race strategy sees us jump from P15 to P3 by the end of the Grand Prix. Red Bull getting the first 2 spots on the podium, good for them. But wow, what a feat from us to get P3.
So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Falcon. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
So here we are at the final results page of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Of course, we know Ricardo Verstappen and the Red Bulls get the first 2 positions, and here we are, Su Motorsport in P3, which is a fantastic result. And yes, rightfully so, we do get driver of the day of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Jack sits right behind us, but Max Verstappen stole his fastest lap in the final couple of laps of the Grand Prix, so we miss out on 1 point. Lance Stroll, Bottas, Gasly, Hamilton, Latifi, and Kvyat round out the top 10. Now take a look, Williams and AlphaTauri getting points today. Williams getting their first 2 points of the season. Well done to them. The rest of the grid looks like this. We have Perez, Leclerc, Vettel, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Sainz, Ocon, Russell, De Vries, Magnussen, Albon rounding out the rest of the grid, and then Lando Norris failing to finish the race and triggering that VSC halfway through the first half of the race. McLaren seems to be falling behind here. They are looking like a backmarker. Ferrari is a solid middle ground, middle grid team. Haas is slowly bumping up towards that middle sector. I think Racing Point just had a bad day with Russell. I mean, Stroll is up here, so yeah, definitely a hiccup for Russell. Alfa Romeo is also back grid, and Renault seems to be a sort of backmarker slash mid-table team. So let's take a look at the standings after today's race. We still sit on P5, but we have slowly made our way closer to Lewis Hamilton, who sits on 153 points. We're on 125, so that means we are about 28 points away from Lewis Hamilton. Bottas is still in the lead, but Ricciardo is right on his tail with 6 points difference. We are 54 points away, so that is approximately 2 or 3 Grand Prix if we maintain a top quality finish like a P1, and Bottas gets very minimal points or none at all. Jack Aitken sits on 64 points just behind Sebastian Vettel and Perez, 1 point behind Vettel and 5 behind Perez, which makes me really like Jack Aitken. I think he is a stunning driver right now, punching his way up the table on the driver standings. Meanwhile, in the constructors, we bump up to P3 with that P3 and 4 finish, 189 points. Mercedes are still on the lead with 332, but look at that, Red Bull is just behind with 330. There's a 2-point difference between the two teams. We are still 143 points away from the leaders and 141 points away from Red Bull, so we still have a long way to go to compete with them. So yeah, that is all. I mean, superior race strategy. One stop was the way to go. Like, look at that. Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen also did one-stop strategies and ended up on the podium. We did a one-stop strategy and ended up in the podium as well. A lot of one-stops made it to the top 10. Absolutely buzzing after that result at Hungary, at the Hungaroring. Let's take a look now before we head on to Spa, the Belgian Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do. We have $7.78 million in the bank now. Do we want to invest in something? Perhaps marketing? Is it even worth it doing marketing? I don't know, but why not? Let's do sponsor relations and improve our claim improvement. Why not? So we have a press interview to do, so let's take a look. I don't think I'll show it, but if there is anything important to show, I will show that, but otherwise we will head on straight to Spa. Alright, so there wasn't anything too important with the press talk, so we will advance time and head on into the season break, which will lead us to the end of August, I think. So let's start the season break. Except for this one, the tire blankets for the tire wear. Why not? Let's just trigger that, because why not? We'll do a rushed development. We'll just see if that works. Alright, practice programs are complete and now we are heading on into qualifying. I think we are in for decent weather, overcast, but yeah, it should be a dry session nonetheless. I'm just gonna fast forward time a little and then head down to later on in the session. Alright, first lap of Q1 is P5, 2/10 slower than, I don't know who the leader is, probably like Bottas or like Hamilton, I guess. I gave up on the second run because I didn't think I needed it, but we sit on P5 here, so we are moving on to Q2. Jack Aitken on P15 and just about edges on to Q2. People that got knocked out, Latifi and De Vries in the Williams, Grosjean and Magnussen in the Haas, and Alexander Albon and Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeos. So those are the backmarker cars out of this race. So let's head on into Q2 and see if we can do more damage there. Alright, first lap of Q2 is at 144.7, 5/10 slower than Sainz. Let's see if we need to do another lap. Alright, our time is a P9 right now. Due to rain, no one else made it back on after we went back to the garage. Jack Aitken gets knocked out into P16. That is a shame. He gets knocked out in Q2. other people getting knocked out is Lewis Hamilton, Vettel, Kvyat, Bottas, and Norris. Wow, that is quite a list of names that get knocked out of Q2. So heading on into Q3, still with 2 Red Bulls. Let's see if we can get another pole position at Spa. First lap of Q3, and it's raining for some odd reason, and we get a 154.8, the fastest lap of the circuit so far. Let's see if we can stay on pole. So our gamble did not pay off. We sit at P3 at the start of the grid. I only left it at that one run. Ricciardo and Verstappen in the Red Bull get ahead of us in P1 and 2 respectively. I'm in 3rd. Stroll, Perez, Gasly, Russell, Sainz, Leclerc, and Ocon round out the rest of the top 10 grid. I mean, it's easy. It's raining, so that was why it was poor, but I know that during the race, which is expected to be dry, we can overtake Ricciardo and Verstappen in the first turn or before the first turn and then fly away from there. So let's see if we can get another podium finish.
We're in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula One World Championship. It's a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher in 1992. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track is a great one for fans of pure speed. The average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles an hour. And with me as usual is Anthony Davidson. Let's start with Racing Point. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Falcon, Stroll, Sergio Perez, and Gasly, Russell, Sainz, Ocon, and Lando Norris, Bottas, Kvyat, Sebastian Vettel, and Hamilton, Aitken, Giovinazzi, Alexander Albon, and Kevin Magnussen. Leclerc, they've taken a grid penalty. Grosjean, De Vries, and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
The boss wants another podium finish this weekend. I know you're more than capable.
So here we are at the starting grid of the Spa circuit. Race strategy, looking at it, I think it's going to be another tight one towards the end of the race because look, there are clouds expected towards the end of the Grand Prix. The soft to hards. We are going to adjust our fuel load to approximately 21 laps and we're ready for the Grand Prix. So let's see if we can get another P1 hopefully. Here we go, getting ready for the Belgian Grand Prix in Spa. Let's go. 5 red lights and off we go. Overtake and Rich engage to overtake the 2 Red Bulls immediately. Getting a little nudge from, I believe, Ricciardo, but we got to push ahead here with P1 at the start of the Grand Prix. Now, this fast uphill is very important to get right, and yes, we get it right. Overtake and Rich engage throughout this whole straight right here, and we're gonna prepare to drop it and brake. Nice. Still managing the lead here. We still have Verstappen and Ricciardo behind us. Trying to do our best on this fast circuit, trying to maintain P1 as long as we can. Here we go. The long straight near the end. Sector 3, speedy bit. Such finesse. Nice. There we go. Now back to the start-finish straight, being P1. That's a good start from us. Let's keep it going. Alright, pushing. Going to go on lean for a bit. Oh, drift. What a drift there. We'll take the exceeding track limits warning, that's fine. Oh, Verstappen is right on my tail. Alright, rich and overtake to get away from Max Verstappen. We're out of ERS deployment as we near the end, but that is fine because we have rich fuel mixture to use here. Ooh, it's a double stand. I can't speak. Ricardo's pushing on Verstappen behind us, but I think we are good enough to see them behind us. Keep them behind us. Another fastest lap, but Ricardo takes that away from us. Alright, another push here, as we always do. Oh boy, Verstappen got deleted. And we take a warning. Alright, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Verstappen, you don't do that to me. You invaded my line. Alright, after that Max Verstappen crash, we're still in P1. Ricardo's on our tail, approximately 1.5 seconds behind us. Let's keep pushing. Oh, that is so satisfying when it's done so smoothly. Very satisfying straight. Also the most dangerous straight in all of Spa, I believe. I think that's where also Antoine Hubert lost his life. Rest in peace, bro. Alright, we're boxing now for our hard compound tires. Ricardo continues another lap. Oof, let's see if... Okay, we are undercutting everyone by the looks of it, but Jeff did say this is the fastest strategy, so let's see. Anyway, we can push. There's also rain coming in 15 minutes, so towards the end of the Grand Prix probably. Alright, 2.9. Oh my god, you guys have been eating like crap or something, because that is extremely late. That is so slow. Ooh, overtake on Grosjean to slot in right behind Nick de Vries. Ooh, de Vries lost the back end there for a moment as he accelerated out of that turn. We're right on his tail. Let's see if we can overtake on lean. That'll be interesting to see how quick our car is. Okay, we just collided with de Vries there, but we got the overtake done. So, we'll proceed. Alright, Verstappen pits. So he is now pitting for hard compound tires maybe? A couple others are pitting as well. We have Vettel ahead of us, Bottas ahead of us. They still need to pit out of their soft compound tires. Okay, a bunch of others are pitting now. Aitken included. Nice. Oh, we got our fastest lap on lean fuel mixture, by the way. That is wicked. I got the fastest lap on lean fuel mixture. Wow. Okay, Ricardo's behind me by 1.6 seconds. Okay. He, I think, is P2. Bottas is boxing and Russell is boxing, so we take over our pole position again. And another fastest lap. Don't know how I'm getting all these fastest laps with worn hard compound tires.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Rain is going to be an issue that we got to deal with soon. Uh-oh, Charles Leclerc is out. Okay.
We need to keep a positive delta.
VSC.
Slow down,
Dang it.
maintain a positive delta.
Ricardo's gonna catch a little bit with it, but let's try to save some fuel so we can really push.
Until the green flags.
Alright. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Alright, here we go. Push, push, push. Saved a little bit of fuel, but Ricardo is also on my tail now, which is a bad news, which is very big bad news. But I think we should have the straight line speed to get beyond Ricardo and his DRS opportunities. Wow, beautiful. Got it, got it, got it. Beautiful turn, and let's send. Tire wear is looking good.
Let's use that overtake button more.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton stealing the fastest lap off of me. Not a good sign. We gotta keep pushing, man. We gotta take that back. Take the fastest lap back. Here we go. Start finish straight again. What do we get? Fastest lap. There we go.
Just a reminder, we are critical on fuel, probably a lap or so short.
Shut it, Jeff.
Need to risk a DNF.
It is getting darker, not only on my face cam, but also in the game now. We are entering lap 14, and it looks like rain is imminent, like it's coming. Let's see if we can hurry it up a little, so that we don't get hit with rain too soon. Don't tell me this is another... Oh my god, another fastest lap, breaking records left, right, and center before the rain comes. Goodness me. Just an update for you guys. I have no vibrations in my controller, so I really don't know. Like, there's so much you learn about the car from the vibrations, so like tire wear and things like that. Like, I've none of that. It's a still controller, so it is kind of affecting my driving a tiny bit. Didn't think it would, but dang, it does. I have no idea what's going on. I don't think the game loaded my vibration settings. I don't know what. I tried, but I think it's just a malfunction. A glitch in the game, if you will. Alright. Coming in for lap 15 to 16. Beautiful. Still maintaining a 2-second or so lead in front of Ricardo. Let's see if we can keep it up. Oof, okay. I think there are rain. Okay, fastest lap again, whatever. Jesus. Screw it, I'm going lean. Nah, I'm going standard. That's a good middle point for this long straight. Okay, rain is falling now, so I'm expecting to dip into the pits for intermediate soon once DRS is disabled. I guess right now we're still okay with the hard compound tires. Weather report. No. No, 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 no. Weather.
Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Okay. Still saying dries, but how much longer is the question? Oh my god, Ricardo's right behind me. This is bad. Uh-oh, Ricardo's right behind me. He will get DRS, because DRS is still enabled. Alright, somehow Ricardo is right on my tail. He has better traction than I do, apparently. But it is time to dip, I think. Alright, okay. Box this lap.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Copy.
Oh, Daniel Ricciardo's out of the session. What happened? Did I hit? Oh, I got a collision. Just saw a collision warning. We're on intermediates now. But Daniel Ricciardo's out of the race after a collision with us. I have to see that again. Alright, so final 2 laps of the Grand Prix. We're going on intermediates. Let's see what kind of service we get here. Why is Gasly still going on mediums? Interesting. Stroll is also still going on mediums.
Look after these tires now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Alright. Well, seems like Gasly and Stroll may have just given up on their Grand Prix as they still go on medium tires. It's right on the cusp between intermediates and softs. Rather, I should say wet and dries, because I'm also still, oh god, I am still splashing around, skidding about on these intermediates. Here's Gasly, still on his old medium tires. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. It's one way of getting around someone, I guess. I'm sorry. Do I have front wing damage? Nah, not much. That's fine. We'll see the rest of the Grand Prix here. Alright, good. Safe. Just need to make this turn and then it's full send. Nice. Good. Nice. Full send. Oh god, it's all slippery conditions here. Unbelievable. Oh god. It is slippery. Here we are at the end of the Grand Prix. Checkered flag, P1 after 22 laps at Spa. What a race.
You worked hard for that one. Congratulations.
So after a day of mixed fortunes up and down the field, we bring today's race to a close. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
Here comes your top 3 making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
What a result indeed. Starting from P3 to overtake the 2 Red Bulls, and then look at this, Renault and Racing Point getting the rest of the podiums. Interesting. So what a result it is for us today. We get P1 after a stunning set of qualifying runs and a great start to the race. Perez and Russell round out the rest of the podium. Well done to them. Sainz suddenly bumps up to 4th place. He was struggling in the McLaren in recent Grand Prix. Daniel Kvyat, Lewis Hamilton, Ocon, Jack, and Gasly and Verstappen round out the rest of the top 10. I apologize to the 2 Red Bull drivers because apparently it was because of me that they had to crash out pretty much. Daniel Ricciardo is retired completely after a collision with me. We'll take a closer look at the end with the highlights. Lance Stroll, Bottas, Norris, Vettel, Albon, Giovinazzi, Grosjean, Magnussen, Latifi, De Vries are the rest of the grid here until P20, and then Ricciardo DNF'd, but I guess he was somewhat still in, I don't know, and Leclerc does not finish the race. Alright, a great amount of points, 26 in total because of our fastest lap, which registers as the fastest lap after all. We were hitting fastest lap even on lean fuel mixture and on used hards, so our car was rapid at Spa. Taking a look at the standings now, we see Bottas still in the lead with 179. I don't think he added any points to today after today's Grand Prix. Ricciardo also didn't add any points, so they are still 6 points different between places 1 and 2. But we do add significant amount of points, 26, to bring us up to 151, which is just 7 points behind Max Verstappen, who doesn't add any points today either. So we, oh wait, he does add 1 point, doesn't he? So yeah, yeah, we are getting really close to the top 4 fight here. Lewis Hamilton with 161 after today's points. We are just 28 points away from the leader, so I think the driver standings is possible to win in this season. So let's see if that is possible as we continue to fight in the season. Jack is now P10 with 68 points. I think he overtakes Vettel, who was 1 point ahead before this Grand Prix. So it's good to see Jack making good progress as well. Constructor standing wise, we sit on P3 because the distance to Red Bull and Mercedes is quite significant still, but we are now only 121 points behind Mercedes with, I don't know how many Grand Prix are left, like 8, so we are still looking very good. Racing Point are just behind us as well, but they are some ways away, almost 53 points away, I believe. Yes, and yeah, it is a stunning series of results here. Alright, so afterwards our rivalry breakdown is that we get all points compared to Bottas as 2, I believe. So we are now 16 ahead, so 16 to 12 ahead. Our acclaim is still on level 14, Jack is on level 10, and our team acclaim is on level 17, which is looking good. And after the race today, we have gotten all our sponsorship bonuses, so that brings in another $1.49 million, another 73.5k from the deductions, and now we sit at $7.08 million. So here we are at the end of the episode after 2 stunning Grand Prix. The first one being a stunner. We started at P15 and then raced our way all the way up to P3 at Hungary. Here we continued that form, I guess, from P3, taking pole and then maintaining it, as you see here, until the end of the Grand Prix. The dry stint was pretty stable here. Like, I had a good amount of downforce. There you go. I hit Verstappen for some reason. I guess he tried to attack me on the inside line, but I didn't give him enough space, and I do apologize for that. And yeah, I mean, otherwise I think I did all right. The speed was a little too much for the car, so I think I could have done with a little more downforce, maybe 2 7 wings instead of 1 6. But otherwise, I was flying through Spa. Spa is one of the greatest circuits, I think, because there's a lot of high speed straights that you can just pedal to the metal and overtake as many cars as you can, which was a lot of fun. Our tactic of moving from soft to hards was very good once again. It was a great tactic, especially with the rain stint at the end. We were expecting rain, so I knew I had to last as far as possible. If the race ended before the rain came, it was no big deal because hard compound tires are still very good to see out the race, so we did well to manage everything. Even with the first race, it was also good to go from mediums to hards. It was a good tire strategy. Let's take a closer look here. I think this is where Ricardo, yeah, I don't know what happened there. Again, race strategy is optimal and very important in trying to secure a win. So I think this video we really discovered that, and it was a great podium finishes. Hopefully there are more to come in the next videos, so please be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell so you're notified when the next F1 2020 video goes live. I hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am playing it, and it has been a very interesting F1 season in this My Team career mode playthrough. So until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.